Well, thank you. Tonight, as normal, we'll call to order. We'll have the flag salute, announcements, minutes of the last meeting, and then Stephanie English and I see some friends from 107 will be talking to us about from the LA County Fire Department will be talking to us about pool safety. And just while we're talking about public service, we also have the American Red Cross here, and they have some goodies to hand out to us. So probably during the meeting, why they'll be handed out to the group. Then Mike Antos is going to talk to us about stormwater and green infrastructure. As you remember, the stormwater tax issue came up a few months ago, and we were down at the LA County Supervisors meeting talking against the stormwater tax. And when I was down there, I was approached by a friend of mine that I used to work with at JPL, and indicated that we might be able to get some information to talk about what they feel is necessary to be done with stormwater. So in the interest of hearing both sides of any issue, Mike will be here tonight to talk to us about what we could do to improve the watershed. Then we're going to talk about the Sanitation District's EIR. This right here is the executive summary, and we're going to talk about what their proposed options are, and then they have 4 proposed options, and then I'm going to give you my option number 5. And I'm sure you'll enjoy it much better than 1, 2, 3, or 4, and we'll go on from there. Then our version of public participation, a preview of the next meeting, and then the meeting will be adjourned at 9 o'clock. So this month, I was anxiously awaiting for the Memorial Day ceremony at Eternal Valley. I've been there for the last 2 years. I hope you would choose to do so also. And so I went online to look at and see what I can find of pictures of some of the veterans. And I came across this picture of the World War II vets taken 2 years ago at Eternal Valley, and I got to thinking about it. From my standpoint, my parents were in what everybody terms as the Great Generation. My biological father served in Europe in the Army. He was in the Ardennes, and he came home from World War II and passed away shortly after. And then my adoptive father, he served in the Navy in the Pacific, and his brother was in the Air Force as a navigator's instructor in Texas. So just thinking about all of those individuals in that generation that served our country and went willingly off to defeat the evil empire in Europe, I thought was just a terrific thing. This picture was taken at Veterans Plaza in Newhall, and it's where the Boy Scouts go and plant flags in honor of all of our fallen heroes. So realizing that in many cases we have people that come from every walk of life, and in today's world with an all-volunteer army, people that actually are looking to serve the country and protect us. There are heroes all around us, and I hope that you will choose to attend the Memorial Day event at Eternal Valley. It takes place at 10 o'clock. Hopefully it's going to be up on top of the hill again like it was last time with all the chairs. But it is a great event, and it shows and it honors our heroes. So with that, how about if one of our gentlemen from 107 lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Please stand. And over your heart. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You know, one of the announcements that I don't have a slide for, but I was at the City Council meeting last night, and just wanted to make you aware that agenda item 14 passed just a few ordinance changes and additions, and you might go out on the website and take a look at it. And when I printed out, it was 96 pages of changes. So things are going on, and it was passed to the second reading. They'll be talking about it again at the second reading at the next council meeting on May the 28th. So if you have any comments about it, that would be the time to go to the council and talk to them. Tomorrow night is the Public Utilities Commission hearing, which is at our City Hall on the Valencia Water Company's rate increases. And, of course, they'll be also talking about the purchase of the Valencia Water Company by CLWA. This is probably something that you should really care about for several reasons. One, of course, is the rate increase. And the rate increase is being based partially on the average cost of providing water as opposed to the actual cost as to where the water is acquired from. But as you'll see when we start talking about the different options for the chloride issue, I'll bet that you'll notice that there's a hook between all of these different water organizations and what's going on. So keep tuned, and we're going to talk about their option number 4. There's also going to be an actual sanitation district meeting, not held in Whittier, but held out here at Santa Clarita City Hall. And it's going to be a meeting that is specifically called to validate the increase rate from $231 to $247. If you were at the 5/11/11 sanitation district meeting, that's the meeting where everybody stood up and said, hey, we want to fight this chloride thing. And instead of raising the rate to build a reverse osmosis plant at that time, they set 3 years' worth of rates. And supposedly those rates were going to automatically kick in every year, this year being the last of that group. But somehow I have a strange feeling that the law requires them to come out and actually have a meeting specifically for that purpose. So that's exactly what's going to happen. And besides the fee increase, you might want to talk to them about how you feel they're doing on the chloride issue as well. Just one little interesting tidbit about this is that if you look at the sanitation district's meeting minutes from the last meeting, it contained the budget for this next upcoming year. And they need to run the plant, they need around $22 million a year. And they have been getting $22 million a year. But all of a sudden this year, they want to raise to get $22 million a year. And the way it works is that they have decided, for whatever reason, and it's a question I want to ask, why the number of sanitation units is less in this upcoming year than it was in this past year. Because it's been increasing, and all of a sudden it's going down. So we'll have to ask that question and find out why it was that way. Now, for the sanitation board, as relative to the chloride issue, there are 3 informational meetings. One of them is tonight, and of course you decided to come to the more important of the group, so I really appreciate that. But there is another one on May the 23rd. The informational meetings are meetings that you will be allowed to ask questions, and they are going to provide you with answers. So you can ask questions about anything in the EIR, any of the ways they calculated things, and they will provide you with an answer. Then there's going to be 3 public meetings or 3 public hearings, and in the public hearings, they will not answer any questions. The public hearings are to take the testimony from the public. There will be court reporters there. The court reporters will take down what you say, and any of the suggestions that you make at the public hearings will have to be addressed and answered in the final version of the EIR. So although we're not attending there tonight, I have attended one of the informational meetings that was held for the Chamber of Commerce and the Economic Development Corp. I got an invite to that. And so it'll be Basil Hewitt, and they'll be going through part of this. And I'm going to take, when I go through my section tonight, and I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes version of option 1, 2, 3, and 4, plus 5. A message from our city manager, Ken Striplin. They're looking to determine how you would like to get information, and so there is a survey out online. It's out on their website. You can go to the SantaClarita.com, and they're very interested in learning how you would prefer to get information. There's also a place, even though like most surveys where you have a bunch of questions, there's a free form part of that survey, and I told them that the place that I'd like to get information is nose to nose when they come to our meeting. Statistics, we were a little bit down last month, probably a little down now. Hopefully we're going to get the air conditioning situation solved. I talked to them again about the loan on the building. They're still pursuing it. As soon as it happens, one of the first things that they're going to do is replace the air unit. So hopefully that'll happen before it gets way too hot here. Video statistics, I was surprised, went down a little bit. The top statistic was chloride. But, you know, we've had so much stuff about chloride, I'm beginning to believe that people are getting numb to the issue. And that's a bad thing because it's going to be a very important issue for us. So you'll see that my presentation tonight is going to be a little different to see if we can drum up more interest in the issue, although it will be absolutely factual, as usual. Well, next meeting, guess who's going to be here? Well, Basil Hewitt will be here from the Sanitation District. Morris Thomas is going to be here from Buck McKeon's office. He's going to introduce himself, and if you have any issue that you want to get to Buck, well, you'll be able to talk to Morris. And Kevin Tenoyan is going to be here to talk about medians. And I know they're going to talk about the median plan all down Soledad, from Bouquet to the Edwards Cinema. And then he may talk a little bit about plans for the proposal for Whites Canyon. So we'll see him there. Anyway, thank you very much for choosing to attend the Canyon Country Advisory Committee. I'm sorry I kept you 10 minutes over. We'll try to do better next time.